Welcome to Weekly Waypoint, where we help you tune into and align your intentions with the energy and the opportunities of the week ahead. Would you rather be lovingly guided or critically judged by another? I suspect that we would all rather be lovingly guided by another. This week, the universe is inviting us to put down the well-worn gavel of critical judgment in exchange for the staff of loving guidance. That's this week's Oracle card wisdom for the week. A beautiful card called the staff, an archetypal symbol inviting us to seek interpersonal understanding and acceptance, to awaken a more integrative and a balanced approach to life, and to courageously live and lead with soulful love and compassion. See, we're all too conditioned into a competitive culture in which we see life as dualistically either this or that. And it's this dualistic black or white perspective that is breeding toxic, polarizing tribalism. This we know all too well in our culture these days. Everywhere we turn and look, it feels like things and people in relationships are so polarized. And most of us have inherited this gavel of judgment, if you will, where we're constantly judging not only other people, but ourselves. In fact, far too often, I am my own worst enemy, my own worst critic. And I suspect the same is true for you as well. Self-judgment can be downright exhausting. You know what I mean? Last week, I had the opportunity to step away for a bit and join in community, to join other spiritual sojourners in Los Angeles for the 50th anniversary celebration of Ram Dass's epic book called Be Here Now. I invite you, if you haven't read the book, pick up a copy. If you are not familiar with the life and legacy of Ram Dass, certainly worth checking out. Ram Dass once said, when you go out into the woods and you look up and out at the trees, the pinyons, the pines, the oaks, maples, and fir, some of them are bent and some of them are straight. Some are evergreens and some are not. You look at a tree and you simply allow it. You appreciate the tree. Now, the minute you get near humans, you lose all that. You're constantly saying, you're to this or I'm to that. The judging mind quickly comes in. And so I practice turning people into trees, which means appreciating them just the way they are. You see, the judging mind separates, and separation closes off your heart. If you close your heart to someone, you're perpetuating your suffering and theirs. Shifting out of judgment means learning to appreciate your predicament and their predicament, all the messiness of their situation and our situation, with more of an open heart instead of judgment. The staff, you see, invites us this week to see life from a more soulfully interconnected and collaborative perspective as beloved spiritual sojourners. The staff helps us courageously navigate the messy, paradoxical reality of life with a more passionately soulful love and compassion. So, this week, the universe is inviting you and I The universe is inviting us to put down the gavel and to pick up the staff. So let's turn to this week's reflection questions to bring it home a bit. Now, someone once recommended to me, and I'm going to pass this along for you if this is helpful, to begin to imagine the critical inner judge within yourself and to imagine what it looks like. Perhaps even draw it out on a piece of paper, perhaps in the form of a cartoon character, but begin to imagine what that critical inner judge that you carry with you day in and day out, what it looks like, what it sounds like, what are the typical phrases and words that your critical inner judge uses to trip you up and to get you into that reactionary tailspin. What and how does it normally act? What are some of the typical behaviors of your critical inner judge? And what does it feel like when you feel that critical inner judge kick in and to see it at play? How does that feel? And spend a moment or two just with that. Now, as you allow that picture to carry with you through the week, also reflect on these questions. Am I navigating this moment, this situation, this relationship with the gavel or the staff? Am I seeking interpersonal understanding and acceptance in this moment? And last, am I courageously living and leading with soulful love and compassion? Am I courageously living and leading with soulful love and compassion? I always like to send you into the week with some more memorable affirmation or mantra options that day in and day out, in the moments, amid the busyness, these are simple ways you can pause here and there to remember the wisdom and the invitation of the universe as you tangibly, practically carry that wisdom with you into the beautiful mess of each and every week. So, this week's affirmation options that you can adopt, feel free to adapt them, or just inspire you to create your own. The first affirmation option is this: I am putting down the gavel and picking up the staff. Remembering to take that slow, deep inhale, silently repeating the first half. I am putting down the gavel. And as you exhale, silently say, and picking up the staff. I am putting down the gavel and picking up the staff. A second affirmation option this week: I am seeking understanding and acceptance. I am seeking understanding and acceptance. And last but not least, this week's affirmation, a third option: I am courageously living and leading with soulful love and compassion. I'm courageously living and leading with soulful love and compassion. Wayne Dyer once said, when you judge another, you don't define them, you define yourself. How true and how practically relevant, connected to this week's invitation from the universe, this week's oracle card wisdom of the staff. My friends, as you pick up the staff, may you come to see life from a more soulfully interconnected and collaborative perspective as you navigate the paradoxical and messy reality of the journey. I certainly hope this is helpful. Meanwhile, we do encourage you to join the ongoing conversations happening over on Facebook and Instagram at Spiritual Sojourners. I'm also mindful that from time to time, we all go through challenging transitions, or we face particular challenging decisions in our life. And you may need a more detailed and personalized oracle tarot card reading and guidance. And if you're finding yourself at that place, you can reach me directly and personally at spiritualsojourners.com. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing you right here next Monday for another Weekly Waypoint. Loving blessings, beloved Sojourners. Namaste.